And thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Kurt Williams. Tonight marks 1 week since a mass shooting at a Walmart in Chesapeake that has been heavy on Hampton Roads. And tonight we're digging into a lawsuit filed today. 6 people were killed when police say an employee shot and killed them at the store before turning the gun on himself. The youngest victim, just 16 years old. Several others were hurt. Today, we've learned that a multi-million-dollar lawsuit has been filed by an employee impacted by last week's shooting, filed against Walmart. News 3 investigator Zach Dahlheimer live for us in Chesapeake at that Walmart after digging through this $50 million lawsuit. And Zach, the employee who filed this is suggesting there were missed warning signs by Walmart.
Yeah, good evening, Kurt. That's right. The lawsuit alleges certain behavior by the shooter and negligence by Walmart, keeping him employed after a complaint made by the employee. Now, legal experts I talked with tonight say it's all about finding the truth as people continue to come out to this memorial behind me and continue to grieve 1 week later.
I'd heard from the very beginning that he was the one to watch out for.
Workers at this Chesapeake Walmart who survived last week's mass shooting saying they had been warned about the gunman, Andre Bing.
He would write you up just because he could, or just if you did something that he wasn't a big fan of.
Tuesday, News 3 learned about a $50 million lawsuit filed against Walmart after last Tuesday's mass shooting in Chesapeake. The suit filed on behalf of Danya Prelo, an employee who, according to documents, was in the break room at the time of the shooting and escaped after witnessing her coworkers being shot and killed. The suit stating bullets whizzed by her, barely missing her. It also states that Bing was demoted by management for improper and disturbing interactions with others, but reinstated as a team lead. Prelo states in September of this year, she filed a complaint with Walmart after Bing asked her in part, "Isn't your lady clock ticking?" Afterwards, Prelo was eventually told by management nothing could be done about Bing because he was liked by management. Other instances outlined in the suit include Bing asking Prelo if she liked guns. He repeatedly asked coworkers if they had active shooter training. And he told employees if he was ever fired, he would retaliate, even saying, quote, "People will remember my name."
There certainly can be some strategic reasons that they have filed it so quickly.
Ed Riley is a Richmond-based trial attorney. He believes right now the focus on the suit will be on Bing's background.
Really what needs to be looked into is what were those complaints? What were the specifics of the complaints that were made officially to Walmart?
We are not surprised that a lawsuit has been filed.
News 3's legal and political analyst, Dr. Eric Claville, says the focus needs to be on support for those impacted, but also believes this lawsuit may not be the last related to this shooting.
More people went through the same situation, and possibly they were impacted as much as or even more so than others that actually lived through it.
In a statement, attorneys for Morgan & Morgan said in part, as workplace shootings and violence become horrifyingly common, employers have a responsibility to understand the warning signs and take threats seriously in order to protect their employees and customers. We will work to hold Walmart accountable for failing to stop this tragedy. Meanwhile, Walmart responded to the suit saying they're focused on supporting associates with resources, including counseling, reviewing the complaint, and will respond as appropriate with the court. Now, Kurt, you see back out here live where we are, you see that Chesapeake police car out in front of the Walmart and these 6 balloons right near the crosses with names of the victims from last week's shooting. Again, mind you, it was this time 1 week ago, this parking lot where we're standing, photojournalist Justin Fleener and I, was flooded with police cars minutes after this all just happened. Now, we also want to point out that Walmart's U.S. president and CEO recently put out a memo to associates of steps taken since that shooting 1 week ago. You can find a link to that memo as well as more information about this lawsuit right now at our website at WTKR.com. We're live in Chesapeake. Zach Dahlheimer, News 3.